guess what? Next, we're gonna go after the spark plug. So, this one. All right, there you go. There's the spark plug right there. Firman actually comes with this thing that's gonna remove it for you. It's gonna be a little bit tighter just because we have the regulator in there. So there is one side that goes in right there, and then you gotta put this right here. Actually, let's move it right there. Now, I recommend to get actually ratchet instead of this if you have it, but if you don't have it, this is the only thing you do. You can actually open it that way. So, all right, my ratchet box actually came with one. It's 1316. So I'm just gonna put this one in. By the way, the tornado I was talking about, it came and passed 2 hours ago. So we weren't actually hit. Unfortunately, it went towards Slidell in Louisiana, and we're gonna find out what it did. I hope and pray nothing happened. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up with my ratchet stuff. Okay, so the instruction says bring it down by 10,000. So if it is 0.035, bring it to 0.025. Here's the thing, you may ask, well, this thing has been built for dual fuel. That means it actually runs on what's it called, propane. Do we have to do that? I said yes, you probably should, because propane is thicker, and you know, it's a different fuel than natural gas is much more thinner. So yes, we will do that. However, this is Firman H07552 you know, instruction, operation manual. It says adjust the gap between 0.028 to 0.031. So I'm gonna go the highest, 0.031, which I adjusted already, but now I'm gonna go 10,000 down. So if this is 0.035, it goes to 0.025. That's gonna go from 0.031 to 0.021. By the way, I just find out we actually had a pipe thread sealant that came with this whole thing, but we just used our own. Another thing, so I have this extra, but you know, it's upon the size, you're gonna choose what you want. I do not know what this is for. We didn't use it, but we do not need it. I just look at all the papers. It's not saying anything about that, and also the video did not say anything about that. So anyways, I do not see any gap adjuster. I'm gonna use my own. There you go. 20 minutes later, I found it. I bought this from Amazon. I use this to actually adjust the valves and my spark plug. So it's called thickness gauge or something. Yeah. So the one I'm looking for is 0.021. That's the one I'm looking for. So I gotta make sure that the gap for the spark plugs is exactly that, or maybe a little bit lower. All right, so let's see. Oh, wait a second, there is another one on the bottom. That's why it's not going in. So, all right, so there was one more on the bottom of it and it was too thick. So, all right, this is just one. We're good this time. All right. There you go. Yeah, it's... Let me do it this way. All right, it's kind of almost there, but not quite. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and hit this against the ground a few times, not too heavily, but Let's see. Oh, that may have been too much. I didn't even really push it too hard. Anyways, so I'm gonna force this in if I can. Yeah, that was too much. All right, there you go. It's in now. There you go. Okay. Yep. We're good. I already put anti-seize paste around it. It's like this silver stuff. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, I got a lot of it on my hand. So right here. Right here. So you can buy that from AutoZone so that when it's running for too long, it doesn't seize, and then later you have problem taking it out. Yeah, once in a while you take it out, take your spark plug out, and there's another video on this. You just clean this up if it's not too messed up, and then just put it back in. But on this one, you know, it's clean. It's not that bad at all, and I cleaned up before once, and so it's good to go now. I'm gonna put it back in. Just make sure don't tighten it too much. It has to be tight, so there is compression, but not too much. All right, I want to say it one more time. We had to go 10,000 lower. So this one would have been okay between 028 to 031. And so I took the higher one. So we went to 021. So it's a little bit lower than the lowest one here. But because we're going to natural gas, we need to go lower. So we're good. All right, in order to put it back in, I'm just going to use the socket because it has extension. And it's gonna be hard for me to just push it in. All right, it has a rubber kind of thing in here, so it's not gonna fall when you go like this. So let's go and look right here. Look at that, right there. So I'm gonna put it in. Now I'm gonna put in the middle and hand tighten. If it gets tight, it doesn't go in. That means you got the thread misthreaded. So you have to take it out again and make sure it goes in easily. Right now, it just goes in. There's no problem. See how easy it goes in? So we now didn't mess up the threads. All right. Where is my wrench? See, it's almost very tight already. All right. Okay. Tight enough. Don't want to break it. And then this goes right back in. Okay, and you hear the snap. That means inside. We're gonna keep it up here. It's not touching anything. Well, we are kind of good to go, except remember we took out the battery, so the battery has to go inside right here, and you have to put some oil in. All right. Okay, I put the battery back in, and let's see. This goes in this way, and I'm going to change the oil. I'm going to do tomorrow when I have time to test the whole thing. By the way, this is how I change the oil. I just open this, put this under because this is low enough, and when I pour oil in, again do the same thing, put that right there so that just in case it overruns, you gotta need to get full pretty much to right here to the brim almost. That's how it's supposed to be, or else the engine is gonna shut off. So I'm gonna put the cone in, put some oil inside. This is Firman oil. Obviously, I actually had to refill this one, so it's almost 32 ounces, 1030. I'm actually using synthetic right now. It tells you if you use synthetic, you have to use a different kind of oil. So don't put synthetic to 1030, just put a different one. Okay, unfortunately, Firman doesn't say if you have to, how much you put in, if you have to push this thing all the way in, like screw it all the way in, or not. In order to measure, I just screw it all the way in, and there's only a little bit showing here, so I have to pour some more, even though it seems like it's all, kind of filled up to the brim. Okay, I pretty much filled up to the brim. I screw this all the way in, and still it shows like it's half empty. So I put a little bit more. All right, I poured all the way, so much that it came actually through the, you see that silver thing on the bottom. It actually went through. It started coming into where the thread is. And now when you put the gauge in and put it all the way down, screw it in, now it shows like almost full. So this is the way it's supposed to be. If it goes under certain amount, it will shut off the engine. That's one of the reasons why people say my generator is not working anymore. It's a bad generator. No, if you haven't done the valve, it will leak from the what's it called, the air filter right here. Again, right there, you're gonna see leakage coming out, and it will lose oil, and so it will shut off. Or sometimes people put propane here, and then they put this on this side, so that's the reason why it doesn't work sometimes. And yeah, the battery goes bad too if you do not, like I disconnected it after the storm, so you gotta be careful with all of that. All right, so we're almost ready. The battery is connected almost, and the oil is changed. We should be fine. Tomorrow we're gonna purge the air out of the line and then hook it up to the gas meter. I'm going to show you how I set up the gas meter so you can do it the same. Here's a few things I see in this owner's manual. Number one, if you're using whether natural gas or propane, you can have only up to what's this, 14 inches water column maximum, or else you're going to have overpressure at the regulator you just installed, and it's gonna blow it, and you will have problems. It's not gonna work right. So if you remember, I told you natural gas, there's already a regulator at the meter. It's usually what comes out is between 7 water column and 9 water column. Anything over that is overpressure. They have to come adjust it. At least for the gas company I worked for. Now I don't know how it is in other states. So so that wouldn't be any problem if you go to your natural gas meter, as long as you take it on the right side, not the left side where the regulator is. It must be past the regulator, past the meter, and that's where you get your gas from. Now, if you have a propane like this, this is a big one. That's actually probably going to work for you. Then you probably do not need to use any of these things because you can just hook it up to the propane part of it. However, remember this thing is pressurized, it's really high pressure. I'm guessing you may have up to maybe 20 pounds or 40 pounds even. And so you need to have a regulator right here, which is probably connected. I'm guessing if you're on a farm or something, or somewhere there's no natural gas, so you have this, and there is a pipe underground or somewhere comes to your home. Outside, before it enters your home, there is a step regulator, and then from there it just goes to any appliance that you have, whether it's stove or anything else. So that's probably already taken care of. So just make sure you do not go directly here. If you are using the barbecue thing that I was showing you before, Firman does come with a hose, and I'm gonna show you. Let's see. This is the hose that's come with. It has a regulator right here. It looks like it has two regulators actually. And so yeah, the barbecue tank, you just connect it to this on this side, and then this other side goes in, and you should be good. And again, you have to obviously turn it into liquid propane right there, and it will work. All right. So let's see what else. All right. This is the last thing before I go through it. It does not, you cannot put it on natural gas and on gasoline. So I guess you have to turn your switch to gasoline right here in order to use it. So that automatically tries to get fuel from your gas tank, which should be empty by now. And so let's see here. All right. I see two fuel lines. I'm pretty sure this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. That one goes to that one, which is the switch. I was just showing you which one it is. So that needs to be shut off. And how do you shut it off? Well, guess what? We got to get a shut off valve and put it right here. I saw Ace has it actually, and it comes with a filter as well. So you cut it right here, you put it right there, and it has a filter on it, which you should actually have. This doesn't come with a filter. Well, there is actually a filter inside right up here. But you know that one, if this gets something past this one, you have a filter right there too. So it comes with a filter and it has a ball valve. It's like a plastic part. I'm gonna buy that, put that here. I have to cut this open, put it right here. So this needs to be off when you're using natural gas, because otherwise you're gonna have two kind of sources of gas going on, and you cannot have that. Also, this valve needs to be shut off as well before you do that. And you may ask, what if my gas tank is empty? Well, if your gas tank is empty, then it's gonna suck in air. So so the mixture of gas and air is gonna be kind of lean, and that's why you cannot do it. All right, we're gonna do the rest of it tomorrow. We gotta push this thing on the back of the regulator. Hopefully you didn't put your regulator too high up so you can actually reach and push it. I told you at the beginning that you should not buy from P&G Technologies. The reason why, even though they look to be very professional and everything, they rip me off. And I'm going to tell you why. I do not go online and complain about people, but this was a big ripoff. So we're going through this whole Hurricane Ida thing. We are without electricity for 22 days. And then I called them up after a week after I buy this generator or so. And hey, I say, well, actually I went online and ordered that part. And I called about a week later because I'm spending a lot of money to put ethanol-free gas in this thing. So can you please, send it sooner? Because as you know, we are going through all of this, no electricity. I mean, the water was even shut off for a couple of days, but the natural gas was on at all time. And so they said, well, you just have to wait your, turn. I kind of felt like there is no compassion, but hey, maybe lots of other people from Louisiana or other states have been waiting. So, okay, no problem. I keep on calling and it says it's going to be there within 2 weeks or something like that. But I keep on calling and they said, well, it's not, the order is not in yet. We're waiting for the part, blah, 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 blah. And so the last day that finally the electricity came back, I called them and say, what happened with my order? Oh, you know what? It's right now on my desk. I'm going to send it to you, she says. I said, well, I don't need it anymore because, we have electricity. Oh, well, if you want to return it, it's going to be 25% restocking fee, she said. I said, well, in that case, I do not want to return it. Just send it back to me, but that's not right. Guess what happened? I see that on my credit card, there is the money has been returned minus 25%. So I sent the email. I said, no, I told you on the phone that I'd like to have the part and, I just give you some time to take that money back again and send me the part. If you do not, I will complain. And so they didn't, and I had to complain and, you know, put some bad reviews for them. That's why. So basically they made money off of me. First of all, they kept me during all, I mean, it was horrible here, guys. There were like things going on, like it looked like a war zone. I don't know if anyone of you have been in war. It's really bad, and you know, we're sweating every day, mosquitoes all around, no air conditioning. I mean, this thing helped us with too little air conditioning. But you know, anyways, I don't want to complain too much. I was just wrong, and that's why I'm saying do not. I do not know if they're legit or not, but they wronged me. They just charged me money for something they didn't give me. If I knew, I would have gone to this guys and ordered this part. This part actually came really fast. I got it within a week, and you know, installation was fine too. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna finish this one tomorrow. I'm gonna go out, connect it to the natural gas, and then we go from there. God bless. I'm going to leave you some links as well.